it's working. Okay, I'm going to start recording this time. I'm not pretty sure if it's working, so I need to check first if this is working or not. Okay. Okay. Yes, I feel that it's working now. Good, good, good. Okay. Okay. Awesome. So, welcome to a new weekly recap. This time I'm going to do it in English because, yes, I'm just finally checking if it's online everything. I'm going to check in other place just to just in case I'm still recording this, so it's okay. But wait a minute. No. Okay, okay. Switch. Yes, I feel it's recording. And it's recording and it's everything. Good. Okay, this is not working. So I'm going just to let it be and trust that everything is okay. If not, I'm going just to upload it again, and that's all. Okay, so how are you people? This is my second time doing this weekly recap. This time I'm going to do it in English so I can also practice my speaking. But not only that, I have some followers that only speak English. So I'm going to do that too for them. Um, oh, this week I have here my notes. One thing that I would like to start talking is about how sometimes getting so much of something is kind of dangerous for us because I'm going to put the example. I went this week with my friend Mackenzie. We went to a sushi. Ui, I don't know how can I say that word in English. This like is all you can eat sushi place. And the thing is that we went to this place and at the beginning when the first dishes that we asked they arrived to our table, she was like, "Thank you," because they were so beautiful there, you know. And oh, I just have a thought about like I'm not pretty sure if the mic is working. I need to check that. I need to check that. Let me see. Channel. How can I check? Because I'm seeing here. I have a thing with. Yes. Okay. It's working this? Okay, okay. I have to talk to check it out if it's working or not. So, yes, it's working, but I feel that. And now? Hola, hola, hola. Checking. I'm checking again. This is a test. This is a test. Okay. I'm going just to put a bit higher. That's all. Okay, it's working. Well, the thing is, okay, okay, done. Okay, the thing is that at the beginning it was like that, right? It was like, oh, thank you so much, and we were like so excited. Even before enter to the place, we were like, oh my god, super happy because we were going to eat something that we love so much. But later, when we start eating and eating, they told us, okay, the kitchen is gonna close soon, so if you are going to ask for something, you can just do it now. So we asked for more sushis, and the final ones, that when they arrived to our table, it was like super surprising, the difference between the beginning at the end. Because, for example, when the last ones arrived to our table, my friend said, "Oh, thank you," but it was like, "Oh my god," right? So that makes me think about, like, how it's possible that something that you like so much, that you love so much, if you get more than you need, maybe it's not good at all later. Yeah, something simple. Maybe it's better to apply to something else. But for me, it was pretty clear with this example. Yes. The other thing that I want to talk a lot today is because a situation happened, okay? Thing is that my mom, she's going to have 69 this year in a few months. And the thing is that when she moved with us to Argentina, that was like 10 years ago or something. No, 12 years ago. I remember that in Venezuela, she was pretty like independent. Um, she moved a lot, talk, do papers, and yes, a lot of stuff. The thing is that when she moved to Argentina, she started doing less things by herself. So we started getting more in charge of different situations there, papers, like later we did the citizenship and everything. So we take care of all of that. The same happened, of course, when we decided to move to Portugal with that all that immigration process that is a completely headache. We did it. We did it. The thing is that I realized that, for example, my mom, since she moved here, she started like going out less than in Argentina, because in Argentina she already has their friends and like her friends and all of that. And but there's a difference, because of course that she can speak Spanish, but here it's mostly Portuguese or English even. But so I feel that that's something that makes her feel uncomfortable, and that's why she's like not going out so much by herself, or even if she has to buy something, it's like it's a thing, okay? So okay, I'm checking just this just in case. Okay, so the thing is that I kinda understand that, and more that I'm not. I don't know how is it having her age, but of course that I know that I have a different point of view because of mine and because of how I move into the world. The thing is that this week, for something super important and beautiful, she had to travel alone. Is her second flight without no one else. And the first one was between Venezuela and Argentina, and that was kind of okay. Everyone speaks Spanish, so if you have to ask for a direction or something, they are going to help you because they understand you and you understand them. But this time she had to travel to Belgium. They don't speak Spanish, and she doesn't speak English or French. So it was kind of interesting, not only for her, also for us, because at the beginning we said, okay, the main point of all of this is that my grandma is now in Belgium. Okay, she's going to visit my cousins that they are living there, so she's there, and it's something so huge for my mom, because of course she hasn't seen her mom since like 12 years ago when she left Venezuela. So we decide, we said, okay, we have to, like, my mom has to go to Belgium to visit my grandma, and that's why in this case she did it by herself. So we prepared her for everything. Like we explained to her how to open a Google Translate conversation, how send location, how, like, we try to prepare her the best we can, and of course that most of the things it has to be her responsibility about how communicate or something like that. Well, the thing is that we prepare her and she traveled this past Wednesday. So it was it was interesting, but because I saw, for example, how she deals with stressful situations. So I understood some stuff related about myself when I saw how she deal with those. Because it's like, oh, okay, I get it. It's like that's why maybe sometimes I, like, I don't know, get so overwhelmed with different situations. And yes, it's interesting to see those aspects of your mom, because it's how you start seeing her as a human and not this figure of your mom. Of course, that I've been doing a lot of work all these years related with my parents and seeing them as human. No, no, like, of course that I respect them and all of that, but I honor them. But it's more like I think it's destroying this vision that at the beginning, of course, we have about, like, they have to be perfect or something like that. So yes, that happened this week, and also makes me think some stuff because as my mom was like so independent there in Venezuela, how, sometimes we get this message about, oh, you have to accept help, okay? Let people that who is around you help you. For example, for someone that is self-sufficient, it's something to work on. It's like, oh, I need to learn how to accept help of others. But for example, in this case, I think that where is the limit, right? Between, okay, I have to accept help, I need to be grateful with people who wants to help me, but at which point that starts to being like when you rely so much on others, because that makes you being a dependent person in certain way. So I feel as with everything, to be honest, it's like this is are these two different sides, and it's finding the common ground, the middle one with this, because of course that you have to accept help. That's something good. That's something that you don't have to do everything alone if you don't need to. But at the same time, if you start relying on so much in others, that it's also not good for you, because you start losing this dependent trait in your personality. But that also makes me think about something more that is related with AI. This week I was talking to my siblings related with that, because we work with AI every day. Every day we use a lot of different tools related with AI. And the thing is that there is one thing that we have to do that is like created titles for some posts on social media. But the thing is that we start even asking for those titles that they are like super generic ones, but we start like asking AI to generate those titles. So one thing that also I received a newsletter talking about it, right? How you start losing cognition or development. I'm not pretty sure about the word in English, but it's like you start losing your faculties. I don't know. Your power of thought when you start relying too much on AI. Because if you don't even can generate, like create something like a title that is super generic about something about the business, if you cannot do that, it's gonna be pretty hard later, because at the beginning you start not training your brain anymore. You are going to start not thinking anymore. So of course that I'm still using AI, but I'm using it for things that I said, okay, I this is gonna be way easier to do with this. And yeah, something like that. No, for absolutely everything. So that's why, for example, with this example that I said about the titles, one thing that we started doing was, okay, I'm going to create the title, and if I don't know how can I say it in French or in English or in whatever other language, I'm going just to go to the translator and just translate it. But I don't need AI to generate a title of an image. So I feel that this is pretty important to do, because one thing that we have been talking, my siblings and I, and some with some other friends, is the in the future the huge problem or the huge difference between people. There's not gonna be related with money anymore. It's gonna be related with your cognitive capacity. So don't rely on too much in those different tools. Of course, they are useful. They are they makes easier some things, some processes, but use your brain, please. Not only don't be yourself a dependent person with AI. It's dangerous for your future and for your brain. Please, we need to think, we need to use it. Our brain is wonderful, so it would be amazing if we can still use it in a good way. So it's also good thinking. We don't need to have things just from one moment to other. Some things, some processes are that, and that takes time, and that's something that we don't have to lose. Yes. So it's interesting how that situation with my mom just led me to think, oh, I'm depending too much on AI, and it's true. So this week I started to doing that, like more trying to use AI only for those things that I know that, okay, this is out of my limits for now, so I'm not gonna like do it by myself. I'm going to use this as a tool, but other things I'm pretty sure that you don't need talking to ChatGPT or something to get into that conclusion or whatever. Okay, well, the good thing to let you know, my mom now is coming back. She's already boarding her flight now, so everything went well. She get reunited with my grandma, and that was like amazing. So I'm super happy that that happened. And also, I was talking to some friends of mine yesterday, and they told me, "Oh, like, oh, your mom is like a badass, because I'm not sure if my mom, they were talking about their moms, if my mom could do that, like could go and just like, okay, in the name of God, and just go to other country where they don't speak your language." So I'm also like pretty proud of my mom that the thing is that we told her about like having this, what is the most important thing that you have to do here? You have to meet my grandma. That's the goal. So all the things that you have to do to get to that point, it's gonna be completely worth it. So that was like the key thing to have in mind, a huge goal that you want to achieve in that way. Okay, I have to go to another country where I don't know how to communicate. Okay, I'm going to do it anyways because my mom is there. So, yes, that was like pretty cool. And we were talking to her like, oh, this is gonna be amazing. It's an adventure, because it's gonna be your first trip like this. So, who knows if you like it a lot and you start traveling in this way. So let's see what happened. What brings the future? I would love to talk to her when she arrived because I want to know how does she feel, how was everything. So yes, that was pretty cool too. We get super stressed though, but it's cool that now she could do it. Okay, the next topic, tan tan tan, is about friendship. I think that friendship is like a huge value in my life. I try to nurture my friendship relation my friendship relationships a lot. And so yesterday I was having this call with some friends of mine that, well, we've been knowing ourselves like since 5 years ago now. um it's pretty cool. The three of us live in different countries, and we each month, maybe 2 months or something like that, we have a call. We have a group in common. Sometimes we talk there, and we said, "Oh, this is happening to me right now." And the other two were like, "Ah, you got this," or telling us something. The good thing is that in this group, the three of us are pretty into self development, spirituality, and all of this stuff that I'm into. um it's pretty cool because you can receive information, or you can receive some other points of view different than yours, but at the same time is someone that can speak your own language. Now that I'm saying this out loud, I feel that friendship is like that friendship is like that. It's like having these people that speak your own language, that speak your same language. That's the thing. Yes. Okay, I'm going to do it again so I can create a reel about this later. It's like, for me, friendship is that people that is around you that speak your own language, your own, your same language. That people that is around you that speak your same language. And that's the thing that it's something, it's some people that are in your life that make it richer, and it's pretty cool. I feel that my life is way brighter, contain love. It's more lovely thanks to my friends in 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 this in this incarnation. So it was one thing that is super interesting about this group in particular is that I don't know how, but every time we have been going through like different situations, the three of us, but at the same time, the three of them looks like the core message or the core learning of this is related. I don't know how, but it's like super crazy every time that something like this happen. Because for example, this time we've been talking, and all the three of us are working on boundaries, saying no, saying stop. So it's pretty interesting that three different situations, not related at all, but the three of us are like having this learning this time. So the thing is that friendships are more than just mirrors that you have, because also they reflect you some aspects of you, but they are also that company that you have meanwhile you are living, you know So yes, it's beautiful having friends. Um, I have a tomato here. So yes, it's beautiful having friends. I was thinking about this yesterday in general. And the thing is that with some of them, you don't need to be there like every day. You don't need to write or send a message every day. Some of them, for example, you talk to them like each month or each 2 months. And but when you talk to them and if you feel that same connection, for me that's the most important part of all of this. So it's good. It's interesting and it also give you things to think related with your life, of course. Another thing more I have here, but I don't remember now. Something that, oh, I remember now. One specific situation that we were talking yesterday. I talked to my friend something that I started applying in my own life few months ago. That is, you don't have to have everything resolved. Sometimes we have these expectations about ourselves that we need to figure it out super quick, or we have to take decisions like, okay, I have this situation, I need to fix it now, I'm going to take a decision right now. And sometimes it's not like that. Sometimes we are like pushing ourselves so much to take a decision about something when we don't want to take it, or we are not available at that moment to take some decisions. So one thing that I start doing since few months ago is that when I don't know which decision do I have to take, or I don't know how to deal with a situation, I'm just telling myself, okay, maybe not today, it's not the right moment to take this decision. Think about it, or realize that maybe you are not prepared to take a decision like this at this moment. The one that you are today is not the one that is going to take the decision. So, in that way, for me, I feel that is more coherent or also more kind with myself. Because it's true, not every time we are going to have everything clear or we are going to take decisions easily. Of course, that is not like, okay, I'm going to be like 10 years saying, okay, I'm not going to take this decision today and all of that. Of course not. I'm not saying that. But yes, some days you are more available or have a more clear thought about your future than other days. So it's also allowing yourself to listening and feeling yourself better, because in that way you are going to, I feel that, have more conscious decisions too. Because it's not about taking a decision, it's about taking a decision that makes you feel more coherent with what you really want. Okay, so I feel that that's all for this week related with my weekly recap. The next week I'm going to do it again. I don't know if Friday, Sat, or Sunday. It depends. But my idea is keeping doing this so I also can get in touch with you, and let's see if you also resonate with some insights that I've been having lately. So, one thing more that, of course, that you don't have to forget is about subscribe, giving like, and sharing if you find this information interesting, or if this resonates with you, or if you know someone who can resonate with it, you also can share this channel. So that's all for this week. I'm preparing because I have to go to the airport to pick up my mom. So take care, people. Stay well, and